Have you ever thought about your money working harder than you do? I mean, really working, like even while you're asleep? Well, in this explainer, we're going to show you exactly how to make that happen. All right, let's get right into it. Just imagine for a second, what if you could build wealth without being chained to your desk while you're on vacation, relaxing, or even just sleeping? Look, this isn't some crazy fantasy. It's a very, very real possibility, and we're going to break down exactly how. So today, we're going to pull back the curtain on the secret that makes your money work for you around the clock, 24/7. Now, this secret, it's not some complicated trading strategy or a club for the super rich. Nope. It's a simple but incredibly powerful mathematical idea called compounding. And you know what the best part is? Anyone can do it. It's for everyone. So what is this thing really? Well, I love this analogy. Think of it like a tiny snowball at the top of a hill. It starts small, right? But as it starts rolling, it just keeps picking up more and more snow, getting bigger and faster, and then it really starts to take off. Okay, so here's the key idea. Compounding is just earning returns on your returns. Think about it like this. You plant a seed, that's your first investment. That seed grows into a tree, and that's your return. But here's where the magic happens. Compounding is when the fruit from that tree drops seeds that grow into new trees. It becomes this incredible, self-sustaining forest of growth. And this is basically how that cycle looks in action. It's simple. You invest, you earn returns, then those returns start earning their own returns. That cycle just keeps going, and with every single pass, your money just grows faster and faster. All right, so if compounding is this powerful engine, how do we actually turn the key and, give it some gas? The answer is something called a systematic investment plan, or SIP for short. Think of an SIP as putting your investing on autopilot. You're just automatically investing a set amount of money on a regular basis. This constantly adds fresh fuel to that compounding engine, or fresh snow to that snowball, helping it get bigger and move faster. Let's make this real with a powerful example. Imagine you invest 5,000 rupees a month in an equity fund. A fund that invests in company stocks for growth. And let's say it gets an expected 12% return per year. What happens if you just do that consistently for 30 years? So over those 30 years, you would have put in a total of 18 lakh rupees from your own pocket. And hey, that's a good chunk of change for sure. But as you're about to see, that's just the starting point. It's not the main event. So after 30 years of that compounding magic and the steady fuel from your SIP, what do you think that 18 lakh has grown into? What's the final number? Go ahead, take a guess. Are you ready for this? The final value is over 1.76 crore rupees. That is almost 10 times the money you actually put in. I mean, wow. That right there is the power of compounding in action. And I want to be super clear about this. This isn't about getting lucky. It's not about winning the lottery. This is the predictable result of just applying a simple principle consistently. It really just comes down to math and patience. Which brings me to maybe the single most important ingredient in this whole recipe: time. Seriously, it's not so much about how much money you can invest, but for how long you let that money grow. So many people get stuck waiting for that perfect moment to invest, but the real secret is so much simpler. It's about time in the market, not timing the market. The longer your money is in the game, the more powerful the results will be. It's that simple. And check this out. This really shows you the cost of waiting. If you start investing just 3,000 rupees a month at age 25, you could end up with over a crore by the time you're 55. But if you wait just 10 years and start at 35 with the exact same investment, your final amount is way, way lower. That 10-year head start is absolutely everything. Okay, so you're probably thinking, how do I get started? How do I make this work for me? Well, here's a simple action plan for you. First up, you've got to think long-term. This is not a get-rich-quick thing. Second, every time your income goes up, you get a raise, whatever, try to bump up your SIP amount, even if it's just a little. Third, and this one is huge, leave your money alone. Don't make unnecessary withdrawals. You got to let that magic happen without interruption. Fourth, pick investments that are geared for growth. And last but not least, and this is maybe the hardest one, stay disciplined. Don't panic and stop your SIP when the market drops. In fact, that's often when you're getting the most bang for your buck. And always remember this, just like that snowball we talked about, compounding can feel painfully slow at the beginning. But once it gets going, man, it becomes this unstoppable force working for you day and night. It takes patience for sure, but it is so worth the wait. Look, building wealth is a journey, and every single journey, no matter how big, starts with one small step, one consistent step. So the only real question left to ask is, when are you going to take yours?